Hey everyone, it's Friday and I'm doing something fun, and I was tagged by Mourning to do the Darkling Tag. She has both a blog and a video log, like a YouTube channel, so I'll put her link below. Check her out because she's very cool. I've been following her blog for ages, and then she recently started a YouTube channel, so check her out. So thank you for tagging me, Mourning. So the Darkling Tag, alright. Favorite candle set. What is your favorite candle set? Well, for fall, I love stocking up on all the pumpkin stuff. I'm like crazy about pumpkin. If there's pumpkin flavored candles or pumpkin scented anything, I will just go in that direction. That's my favorite. Favorite book. Oh, that is so hard because I'm a bibliophile and I love books. If I had to pick a fictional though, I would have to go with the Harry Potter series, which you will see over here, my favorite, my absolute favorite of all time. If they said you can only have one series with you on a desert island, it would be Harry Potter. Tea or coffee? Both. I like tea. I like green tea in the morning. I do drink decaf coffee because I get really like kind of jittery if I drink too much like coffee. I do like my fancy coffee, especially fall. I love all the Starbucks fall coffees, love them. Pumpkin spice latte, I know it's a cliche, I don't care, I like it. Fave perfume or cologne? I'm not really a perfume or a cologne wearer really. So I can't really have them. I mean, I suppose, you know, I like pumpkin scented things, so if I could find like a nice pumpkin scented one, that would be alright. Celebrity crush. I think it's obvious. It's really obvious what it is. And anyone who's known me at all knows who it is. That's a story for another day if anyone wants to hear it, but since I was 13, yeah, it's a problem. Stereotypical goth name. If I could have a stereotypical goth name. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe something really elaborate, like Lady Arwen at the Dark Forest. I don't know, that's super cheesy. I feel like that's something from a bad fan vampire novel. Yeah, something super cheesy like that. Top 3 tips for surviving hot weather black clad. Okay, first of all, stay inside. Stay out of the sun is the biggest thing. Stay out of the sun, and when you go outside, wear sunscreen. I have a number 110 sunblock, which I wear, which is why in my 40s I don't have a ton of wrinkles, because I wear the sunblock. Yes, that's my first thing. The second thing would be lots of mesh and lots of like lace. So things that kind of are more breathable, so your skin's still sort of covered, but it's not, it allows some coolness in. And the other thing I would say is like shorter skirts for sure. Except I do have some long skirts that are quite flowy and light, so you're covered, but it's actually like you do get good breezes and stuff. So light fabric for sure. Songs that always make you happy. Well, I kind of have albums that make me happy. Whenever I hear it, you know, obviously Appetite for Destruction is huge, makes me very happy. Basically anything by Guns N' Roses makes me happy. I also really love old Metallica, makes me really happy. Old Megadeth makes me really happy. Old Motley Crue makes me really happy. Basically like old metal makes me really happy. Are you active in the arts? Yes, I am. I actually currently have art up at a local gallery, and I've signed up on their list for a solo show, another one, so I do art. I've also played in lots of bands. I play guitar. I like to write, so I'm like really involved in the arts. I love the arts. Number 1 non-goth hobby. I do collect 80s My Little Ponies. I don't think that's very gothy or darky or metal to collect little ponies, but I do. If supernatural creature, if I could be a supernatural creature, what would I be? What would I be? Interesting. If I was a supernatural creature, I think it would be kind of interesting to be a vampire, and I know that's cliche, but just because you live so long, you would see a lot of history, but it would also really suck because people around you that you love would die, and then you wouldn't really die, so yeah, that would suck. What horror monster-based superpower would you have? I would love invisibility. I think that would be very, very interesting, or even to have like, I know it's not a monster, but Harry Potter's like cloak of invisibility, because I think that would be just a very interesting power to have. Do you feel confident or comfortable interacting with gothy people? Yes, yes I do. I don't really have an issue with it because it's just people. Whether online or in person, it's just people. So no. Something you wish there was more of in your subculture. I wish people, I'm not going to say all people are closed-minded, certainly not, but, and I think most people in the goth community are really open-minded, but you have like this one little subsection, and I think this is just human. I think this is in every subculture. There's like this little subsection that's insecure about themselves, so they feel like they have to tell everybody else how they should be, and you're not a real this or a real that if you don't do this or listen to that or dress like this or whatever. And that's really about their insecurities and has nothing to do with you. So I wish there was less of that. Embarrassing story related to your darkliness. I don't know if I really have an embarrassing story, but I remember when I was in university, I used to wait for the bus by the house I was living in at the time, and a school bus would go by, and this one kid would yell different things at me all the time. Like he would yell like, "Hey, it's Marilyn Manson's girlfriend," or "It's the devil," and like all, it just, every day he had something different to yell at me. And I was just a kid, so I just kind of laughed and waved like, "Hey, what are you gonna say today, kid?" You know? I don't know, that's not really embarrassing, but whatever. How are you at DIY? Terrible. That's why I just don't. I'm artsy, but not really good with three-dimensional things. Not really good with like building things or sewing things, or like three-dimensional. More of a two-dimensional, drawing things, painting things kind of person. True or false? I love watching cheesy romance films. False. I can't stand them. There might be an exception though. I really love like Jane Austen and Bronte sister stories. So if there's a movie on like Jane Eyre or Pride and Prejudice, I will watch it. And is that cheesy romance? I don't know. If so, then yes to those. I always remember to wash my makeup off at night. True, true. Good skincare is important. I sleep with plushies. Also true. I do love plushies. I almost never wear black pajamas to bed. False. I always wear. Well, my pajamas are really like old metal t-shirts and like shorts, so, and they're black, so yeah, black pajamas. I think Andrew Eldrick is overrated. No, I mean, he's okay. I'm not like a huge fan, but he's alright. He does a good job. I don't like vampires. False. Vampires are alright. I'm not like this crazy vampire fan or anything, but I mean, I love Interview with the Vampire. I love the Dracula movies, but I don't like sparkly. Twilight, ugh, gross. Vampires don't sparkle. I'm sorry. That whole series. I mean, no offense if you love it. If you love it, that's great. But I just was not for me. That's for sure. I don't like clubs. False. I like clubs. Clubs are all right. I don't like graveyards. False. I love graveyards, especially like there's just, I think they're really beautiful. I love the history. I love old graveyards especially. I went to a few in England and they were amazing. I love, you know, just the sense of history that's there and the beauty of them. I really love them. Blood makes me queasy. True. I don't like gore. I don't like blood. This is why I don't like horror movies that are gory. Anything where they're chopping up people, no, no, no. I'm not into that. Zombies, also disgusting. Rotting flesh, just gross, gross. I'd sooner faint than pet a spider. Yes, I have a terrible fear of spiders, so yeah, that's true. I don't like, I didn't read what I wrote here. Oh, haunted houses. I love haunted houses. I went once on a tour of like this old building in our city and they did a seance and people were scared and I loved it. So yeah, I love haunted houses. I have no problem with that. I've never read Dracula. No, actually I haven't read Dracula. I mean, I know about it. I have a copy, but I haven't sat it down and read it through the whole way through, but I'm very aware of it. And then finally, I think Bela Lugosi's Dead is a long and boring song. True, but I still appreciate it. And when there used to be one of the clubs here that had like a goth night, they played at the end of the night. They would either play that or they would play time warp. And so it's always kind of just like a fun thing because it's like, oh, it's the end of the night, they're playing this. So I do have a little soft spot in my heart for it, that's for sure. So that's the Darkling Tag. If you're watching this and you want to do this tag, please feel free to do so. Let me know if you've done it because I would love to see it, see what your answers are. Let me know, like and subscribe. Have a great weekend.